Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Sinister, Team RG. We in the building, rise and grind. Hope y'all out there getting it. I hope y'all successful. I hope y'all living every day like it's your last day and living life to the fullest, because that's all we got to do. You know, being happy is a choice. You got to wake up and choose to be happy. But anyway, today's video is an important video, and I want to talk about how to deal with a company termination. And dealing with a company termination, the things that you need to have in place so if this ever happens to you, you know what to do. Now, okay, you come in the trucking, you know, you just like you came in the trucking, you ain't have everything in place. No, you might not have had the GPS, the Rand McNally, the road map, you know, the road atlas book. You know, you come in this game and you still don't have everything. Now, what happens if you at a company and you get terminated? You got to have an escape plan just in case that happens. God forbid. So, option number one. If they bring you back to your home terminal and it's in your home state where you live, maybe you got a family member or a relative or a friend that can drive, come pick you up from the terminal. Now, what it said, let's say they have you take the truck to another terminal that's not your home state and terminate you there. And it's too far away from your home state where your family can't make it there, or your friends can't make it there. Gotta find another means of transportation. Okay, let's talk about Greyhound. Greyhound, you're only going to be able to take a certain amount of luggage, I believe. And then, once you get in these trucks, and you start, you know, you buy things on the road, you buy a t-shirt here, you buy jeans here from Walmart, you buy boots, you buy sneakers, you know, you got to tug a lot of stuff. You know, we move in to these trucks. So, to get on Greyhound with all that stuff ain't happening. Okay? So, if I can't do Greyhound, what's the next step? How would I get home if I'm stuck? Rental car. Now, I know a lot of people don't got good credit. Some people don't got credit cards. So, what happens if you get out here and you need a rental? You gotta be able, I know Enterprise, when I go home to take my home time, I park the truck up in PA at the Carlisle Night Terminal. I get the rental car from Enterprise. Now, I was having a problem with my credit card a few times where I'll swipe it, it wouldn't go through or something like that. You know, sometimes the strip on the back get bad. So, they was like, all right, you got a recent pay stub? You know, show me your pay stub, your driver's license, your medical card. They even asked me one time for my medical card. So, you got to have a credit card for some of the rental car places. Now, what you need to do for your for your well-being and for you to be prepared for a situation, call Hertz, Enterprise, and whatever other rental car companies is out there that you can get with, and see what's their policy on renting a rental car. Maybe I might do a video on that. Okay, I know some people gonna be like, okay, how can I get a credit card if my credit is not good? Go to CapitalOne.com, go to apply for card. It's gonna ask for your last 4 digits of your social, and put rebuild credit if you need to rebuild your credit. And they might send you, you know, it's gonna be a processing fee, because I paid the processing fee. I think I paid about I think it was a $49 processing fee. And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, nah, you shouldn't have to pay. You should. But guess what? You don't have good credit to just get a credit card off the rip. So I went through Capital One. It worked for me. I still got my Capital One. You know, I still got my Capital One. I was going to pull it out, but never mind. Not with the way technology is nowadays with scanners and stuff and people. I still got my Capital One. It's still in good standards, you know. And when you start, you might have a $250 credit line. Use your credit card. Don't max it out. You buy something where you know you can pay the whole amount off when you get the bill or before you get the bill. So that's the other way of getting home, you know. And what happens if you can't get a rental car and you got too much stuff for Greyhound and the company don't want to give you a rental car? What do you do then? Because they just terminated you, and companies can sit there and be like, well, you find your way home. So like I said, do your homework on the rental car places, and you know, I'll just throw to something. What about if you went and got a U-Haul van? Just for a rent, like rent a U-Haul van, but then you might need a credit card for that. So I ain't even think about that. But just thinking, like, how could I'm trying to put myself, like, see what scenarios could happen with drivers out here. Oh, excuse me. So I think that would be beneficial to a lot of y'all to know. What if I get to a company and they terminate me? Don't be out here buying all the fancy stuff if you ain't got that emergency money put up. The fancy stuff can wait. Put that emergency money up. What if you gotta ever take Amtrak? You know? What happens with that? You know, how much does Amtrak cost? You know, look at your company. You can kind of just look at your company terminals. Like, Knight has a lot of terminals. I can just go on Amtrak, see where, okay, what Amtrak will cost from here to there. But then again, you know, you can pick dates when you want your ticket, you know. So, these is just different options. I know a lot of people gonna comment on this, and you might have an idea that somebody can use. I might not have mentioned in the video, but this is to help prepare drivers who come out here that might face the possibility of a company termination. When you out here, stack that emergency money up, because you never know when you're gonna need it. You know, you just never know. You never know. You never know. So, do that. Take your time out here. Be prepared. When you come out here, be prepared to leave from out here. Because not every company is upstanding companies. Not every company respects their driver. Some companies respect their driver to a certain extent. And some companies just like waiting for you to mess up to get the opportunity to be like, peace out. So, it's hot out here in Georgia, man. Oh. So, that's my thing. And when you leave, you know, even though you get terminated, and I know you might be tight, you might be mad, they've been playing with your money, you ain't been getting no miles. Even if you resign or you get fired, you know, always leave as the bigger professional. Always walk away as the big person. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm sorry it didn't work out with us. I appreciate everything you've done. Regardless, you know, some of your checks might have been messed up. You might not have been getting no miles. Walk away and be a better person for you. Don't walk away bitter. Because you never know. That one door that just closed on you opened up another door somewhere else. And that next company could be the home. That could be that company that treats you like you want to be treated. You getting the money like you really wanted to get. So sometimes, like I said, you're going to go through obstacles, and for every new level, there's a new devil. That's it. So clean the truck out. Don't leave the truck dirty for the next driver. Clean the truck out, wipe it down. I know a lot of people gonna be like, oh, I ain't doing all that, they fired me. But you know what? At the end of the day, that's what I would do, regardless of the situation. Because you know what? That makes things in your life happen even more. Because you walked away with a positive mindset. You walked away with a positive attitude. You ain't walk away like, man, yo, F these dudes, F this company, yo, and then go on social media and blasting them all out, you know. And yes, I know we get frustrated, and sometimes we ain't got no, you know, we can't help ourselves but to go on social media and blast them out. So I don't want to even say that, because I have my fair share of blasting off on YouTube about something I ain't like, you know what I mean? So it's hard to control that part of you, and I'm learning. You know, like I said, every day I'm learning. I'm getting better every day, and every day, in every way, I'm getting better. So, yeah, this sun out here baking me, y'all. I'm telling you, Georgia's hot. What? So, but I ain't want the truck to run because, you know, I'm doing the video. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. To all of y'all out there that's that had this situation or might face this situation, remember the #1 rule is always keep that positive mindset. Always speak positivity over your life. Always pursue your goals and your dreams, no matter what somebody tells you. You got the ability to do whatever you want as long as you put your mind to it and you stay dedicated to what you're trying to do. Period. Others is going to try to tell you, don't worry about none of that. What you need to worry about is continuing on focusing on what you want to accomplish in your life, and you have the ability and the power to do whatever you want. And you heard it from me, your boy Sinnizter. You already know, the #1 rider, the #1 grinder in the game. I'll holla at y'all soon, man. Team RG, we out of here. Peace out, y'all. And much success, much love to all of y'all out there that's accomplishing your goals, even if it ain't in trucking. Stay strong, stay focused, stay hungry. Eat or be eaten, for real. Do you want to eat or do you want to starve? That's the question. Later.